Hello, and a very warm welcome here to my channel Bastelkiste. Yes, today we're looking at the Error E15 in dishwashers from Bosch, Siemens, Neff, and so on. And the Error E15 simply means that the moisture sensor inside the machine has been triggered. So that means that somewhere water or moisture is getting from the machine into the machine's interior. And that's why the sensor signals a warning and reports the E15 error, so that it won't continue. Yes, 90% of the time, the pump sump seal is responsible, which becomes porous and lets moisture through. This part itself doesn't cost much, around 10 euros. I will, of course, link it in my video description. You can take a look there if you're interested. So I want to demonstrate to you right here in this video exactly how we carefully replace this pump sump seal. Have fun with it. Yes, to get to the pump sump seal now, we naturally have to remove a few things first. First, there's this water distributor here. You can just pull it out like this. Then, by turning it here, you can also take out this sieve filter insert. And then we already have two Torx screws up here near the top, which we will need to carefully take out first. Now that we've more or less thoroughly and carefully removed the attachments, we'll remove the remaining water here in this pump inlet with some absorbent paper towel. Let it soak up so that the moisture is already completely absorbed. Gently press if needed. Gone. So that it doesn't eventually flow or leak into the interior of the machine at a later time. That's exactly why any remaining moisture or the standing water that is still present simply has to be thoroughly soaked up and absorbed, making sure that nothing is left behind inside the machine. And yes, you can also perform some additional cleaning work while you're at it. So next, once we've thoroughly dried it out here, we're going to carefully remove these two screws. Now, after we have carefully removed both of the screws, we can gently push the clip aside just a bit right here. And then, at this point, we can proceed to the next step. You'll take out the water distributor. It's the same up here. There's also a clip like that. And then, at this point, you can carefully take the whole thing, the entire assembly, and gently lift it out upwards now, making sure to do so slowly and steadily, and then set the whole plastic part aside for the moment. This gives you a really good opportunity to work much more effectively and efficiently. So finally, we are now going to proceed to remove these two front screws as well, just as we did with the previous ones. And then at this point, you can already clearly see that the pump is starting to gradually lower down just a bit. Well, that was not loose enough yet. Let's try again. There. Now, here's a quick little safety tip for you. That means that these metal edges here are razor blade sharp, so there is always a risk of injury with these. I hear it time and time again that people have hurt themselves. So put on some cut-resistant gloves, and then you will be on the safe side so that you do not cut yourself. Yeah, or you just have to work super precisely, but that is already quite difficult because we have to get the seal over these threaded nipples here. That is why this tool is included, and I will show it to you right now. Well, this is the wire that is included here. It ensures that we can pull the seal nicely over the threaded bolts and get behind them so that the seal can also be properly positioned in place. And we will do that now. Now, we see on the plastic bolt, I will try to hold the wire there, a little tab here. Yeah, it is also on the other side. And we have to use a utility knife to first of all just sort of carve it away. And then we go through with the wire loop like this, and we grab it. And from there we will pull, carefully guide the seal into this hole right here, making sure it is properly aligned. Then gently slip it over this plastic bushing right here. That is the theory. And we are going to do that now, but as I said, I am putting on cut-resistant gloves because of the metal. Yeah, I will definitely link those in the video description as well because it is really dangerous. All right, then I would say I will start by carving away the plastic nipples I mentioned. So without the camera, it is quite easy. Pull the pump up a little bit right here. And then you can use the utility knife to nicely remove the tab right here. The tab is located on this side and on that side. There is no tab on this bolt, so I do not need to remove anything there. So now we are ready. We have got everything prepared. Now we can thread the wire through and then pull the seal through it. Okay, I have got the seal. Let's put it around here. So now we push the pump assembly down a bit, and there's my seal. This goes over here now, of course. Wire can come out. And now I have to carefully So that's one done. And now I'll fish for the same thing on the other side again. And then the seal is already in. So I've hooked the seal again over here and then carefully wire everything out. And then the game starts all over again. So that's it for now. The seal is located right behind it. So at this point, what I'll do is put on the other glove as well, just to make sure that I can get the seal in there nicely and securely too. Taking a moment to be careful, I want to ensure that everything is done properly, so I'll proceed slowly and gently. And then I'll carefully push it in all the way around, just like that. Now, after the seal has been carefully fitted in, it snaps securely into a groove. Then the two screws at the front are tightened once again. So after that, we'll reassemble just like we did before. First of all, the plastic water distribution pipe back into the machine. So next, these two screws are screwed back in. The sieve goes back in. And then your machine should be 100% leak-proof again. So I almost completely forgot to mention something important just now. You must, of course, use the screws provided because the original screws, their threads are a bit smaller. And yeah, that's why the included screws have a slightly larger thread, so that it or the screw can grip well in the plastic again. I did this here with a cordless screwdriver. I set the torque up here. It's best if you do it by hand, because in no time you've stripped the screws and then the machine is broken. Yes, all in all, I'm now at the end of my video. I'm now putting everything back together here, just as we took it apart. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up. Write in the comments if you want to know anything else. I will link the parts that we used here. And yes, I'd naturally be happy if you leave a sub and watch the next video again, of course. And then I wish you a nice day. and good luck with the repair of your dishwasher. Take care. Bye.